To be honest with you, I'm just fortunate to be here. Many years ago, I had actually forfeited my life, and I thought my life was over. I had grown up in a lot of sin and in a lot of myths, ended up in prison and expected to die there. And I had an aunt who said, you need to keep Jesus in your heart and in your mind 24 hours a day. And so I ended up in the prison of the prison, in the darkest place in the prison, with a Bible. And I turned to the Lord Jesus Christ. I was expecting to die. And I cried out to him with all of my heart. I poured out my heart to him. And I begged him to forgive me. And I promised over and over again that if I ever got the chance to live again, I would live for him. That was over 40 years ago. I kept repenting. I kept studying the Word. And I experienced something that is called the new birth. Whereas all of the myths and fantasies that I had grown up with, I learned that they were just that, myths and fantasies. And my beliefs, my understanding of life, my worldview began to be built with Scripture. And like I said, that was 40 years ago. It hasn't been easy. Had to make my way in life, not having the best of backgrounds. But God opened doors. God enabled me to find people who cared less about my past and more about who I was and whether or not I was willing to work. So yes, I had to work a little harder. I had to take a little more adversity. There were more problems to endure. But by the grace of God, I'm here today. Couldn't find a nice congregation to accept me as I was. Except Pastor Joe. I have to admit, Pastor Joe is a trooper. But I had to preach. I had to share. I had to find places where I could share what God had done for me. And I had to stay